Hey, what's up everyone? Trent here. I just got done speaking to a group of Eastern Kentucky college students talking about what a career in software sales would look like to them. I shared my own personal experiences around promotion path, money, what you actually do as an SDR, as an account executive, day in the life, earning potential, career path, how I was able to get a job in software sales in the tech industry with no internship, no experience, no connections. If you have wondered any of these topics and you are looking for your dream sales job, or if you're already in software sales, make sure to stick around to the end of the video as we're gonna cover all of these topics and more, and specifically the pros and cons of working in software sales. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button now. And if you've seen one of my videos before, I'll settle for a like. Or you could do both right now. Thank you so much for doing that. When I think about my experience in software sales, there's a lot of ups and there's a lot of downs. Like any career, it's a roller coaster. There's gonna be good, there's gonna be bad, but ultimately if you enjoy the process, that's all that matters. I have broken down software sales into 3 pros, 3 cons. We're gonna start with the pros because that's what gets you excited and that's what hopefully will keep you around to the end of the video. And then if you stay around to the end of the video, I'm gonna share a special pro and con, something that most people don't know about software sales, but you need to know. The first pro about working in software sales, and personally what I love, is that it's a very well-defined career path. When you start in software sales, you are going to be an SDR, sales development representative, or you're gonna be a BDR, business development representative. Both are the exact same role. You're tasked with generating pipeline for the organization. As soon as you master top of the funnel, all things prospecting, all things cold calling, all things cold emailing, all things taking rejection, because you're gonna experience a lot of rejection. I personally have made over 40,000 cold calls. I've been rejected thousands, so many times. I've been hung up on a lot. And that's gonna play into one of the cons at the end of the video. Once you really master that, you then promote to account executive, and that's the role I'm at right now. As an account executive, I get paid well. I'm 25, my on-target earnings is $137,000, and as soon as I promote, which is likely in the next 2 months, my on-target earnings will go up to above $150,000. You can make a lot of money right out of college, but this pro isn't around how lucrative it is from a pay standpoint. It's around having such a well-defined career path. You start as an SDR, you promote to an account executive, and then once you really master that, you'll be 5 to 7 to maybe 10 years into your career, and you'll have to ask yourself, and this is what a lot of the students asked about, hey, what does my career path look like? You then can go into the enterprise sales organization, so you're working really massive deals, large commissions, even more money, or you can decide, hey, being an individual contributor is cool. I've been there, I've done that. Now I want to go help other people become more successful, and you can choose a path in leadership. You'll start out being a sales manager for an SDR team, an account executive team. Maybe you'll do really well and you'll get promoted to a region lead. And then next thing you know, you're a director of sales leading an actual organization. And then before you know it, you can become the CEO. That's the path I'm gonna follow. It's gonna take decades in the making, but just know that it is a very well-defined career path. Pro number 2 working in software sales is that it is the most remote-friendly job out there. This is my apartment, this is my workstation. I have a 10 feet commute each and every day going from my bed to this office right here in my kitchen. I have a nice Zoom virtual background because it's a lot of pressure to keep my kitchen clean. But working from home is nice because when the pandemic hit in March of 2020, my organization immediately said, hey, you guys are working from home. A lot of salespeople needed to rely on traveling, going and meeting with their customers, whereas in software sales, you can operate completely digitally. So it's very seamless working remotely and working from home. And as we start to think about the future of work, being able to work remotely is going to be at the top of a lot of people's list, and software sales really is the profession best suited to do that. Number 3 is that your skills will always be in demand. When we think about picking a career path, you want it to be future-proof. You want to do it now because the earlier in life you double down and pick your path, the further you're going to be able to go in that given field. With software sales, you have an infinite path forward because you can parlay the sales skills into anything. But software sales specifically, what you're able to do is you start off, you perform well. Of course, we've talked about the promotions, the career path, getting paid, but the skill of being able to generate revenue for an organization, grow the top line, communicate with customers, convey value, and help lead other people, that skill will always be in demand. So if you want to get outside of software sales, or if you want to continue moving in software sales to any organization, you will have the skills that will always be in demand. And when we talk about the future proof, think about the technology industry as a whole. You're at the forefront of innovation. You're selling for Microsoft, you're selling for Amazon, you're selling for Google, you're selling for Qualtrics, you're selling for Snowflake. These organizations that are shaping how people interact and do business each and every day. It seems like an exciting place, and that's one of the reasons why I chose software sales. If you're enjoying the video to this point, make sure to drop a like. Shameless plug, you gotta ask, because if you don't ask, you'll never receive. That's a free bonus tip for you when you're making cold calling. If you don't make your ask, you will never receive. When we start to think about some of the cons, I'm gonna look at my notes I took right here so that I can refresh me on them. The first con of working in software sales is that it's super competitive. If you're someone that does not like competition, if you're someone that does not like to lose, well, I don't like to lose, but bottom line is it is very competitive. In college, you'll stand out, you're probably above average, you're smarter than everyone, you're doing okay. When you get into a competitive company with a lot of other talented people, all of a sudden you go from being the big fish in a small pond to then, oh wait, there's a lot of big fish. I was on a call today with 250 sales reps. Many of them my tenure, many of them higher numbers, many of them closed a lot more in revenue. And it's humbling to think, I'm nothing. I'm really, if I leave the organization or if they fire me, it would make literally no impact. So I say that to say it's really competitive, because there's always a pressure to perform and show up and outshine other people, because that also increases the size of the pod. Con number 2 is that it is incredibly stressful. Most careers that pay well are stressful, particularly in sales. You operate in software sales, you have a quarterly quota. So each and every quarter you need to close a specific amount of revenue in order to promote, in order to keep your job. Some organizations even fire the bottom 10% or people who don't perform. There's always pressure to perform, and then when I'm not performing well, it carries into my personal life, because I associate a lot of my sensitive identity with my role at Qualtrics and software sales. So I need to perform well to feel good, and when I'm not performing well, I feel bad. So the implications of performance and the role and the demands of it and the mental strain can play into your own personal life. The third and final con is that you will always experience that judgment no matter how far you go of, oh, you're just another salesperson. When in reality, you're super valuable to the organization and you make a lot of money. If someone's questioning the validity of sales, that person probably doesn't make very much money and probably isn't in a great career path themselves and probably isn't even happy with what they're doing. Hope you enjoyed this comprehensive list. I know many of you have probably clicked off right now, so if you stayed around for this special bonus tip, it is simply me expressing gratitude to you. Thank you so much for watching until this point. The channel, quick update, if you care, which if you're still watching, hopefully you do care, we're at 3,600 hours of watch time. Once we hit 4,000 hours of watch time, the channel becomes monetized. It's a goal I personally have been working towards for over a year. I've grinded, I've sacrificed, I've committed to this craft of making videos each and every day, coming up with a brand new creative idea, and not making a whole lot of edits. If I was good at editing, if I was better at creating content, if I was better at editing and making it look better, and if I did anything other than just sitting at the same spot at the same desk, this channel probably would have already blown up. But I'm here to show that it's still possible to make it on YouTube. It's just an average guy that's out to help people. I want to help you. I want to help you get your dream job. I want to help you get your money right, whatever it may be. The only way I can do that is if you reach out to me, connect with me on LinkedIn. I love hearing from you there. I always will respond to your questions. Drop me a comment below. Drop me a number 58. If you're still watching to this point, drop 58 in the comments. That was my number in high school, so I would really love to see it. It's my lucky number. And thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Hope to see you one day in the realm of software sales, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.